Hey, 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 my fellow anglers and outdoor enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Your old friend and fishing expert is here, and today we're diving deep into what promises to be an absolutely fascinating day on the water, Tuesday, the 14th of October, 2025. If you've been wondering when to drop everything and hit your favorite fishing spot in Canada, stick around, because this forecast has some golden nuggets of information for you. This mid-autumn day is shaping up to be a prime example of the incredible fall fishing Canada offers, with cool, crisp air, stable conditions, and fish actively preparing for winter. We're talking about a period where fish metabolism is kicking into high gear, making them hungry and aggressive. So grab a coffee, relax, and let's unravel the secrets of the upcoming bite. Now let's talk about where and how to land some of Canada's most sought-after species on this glorious day. First up, our cunning friend, the walleye. October is, without a doubt, a prime time for these highly prized fish. They're often schooling up in impressive numbers and feeding with surprising aggression as they bulk up for winter. You'll want to focus on classic fall structures. Think prominent main lake points that jut out into deeper water, offshore humps that rise from the main basin, extensive rock reefs, and well-defined deep break lines. Look for them in depths ranging from 7 to 15 meters, sometimes even deeper, relentlessly following dense schools of baitfish like cisco, smelt, or shiners. For tackle, consider using jigs, especially those tipped with a minnow. Trolling crankbaits can also be incredibly effective, allowing you to cover more water and find those actively feeding schools. Start shallow, perhaps in 5 to 10 feet of water, and then slowly work your way deeper if you aren't getting bites. The dusk bite will be particularly strong. Next, let's target the aggressive northern pike. Fall is one of the very best times to target pike because they're truly on the hunt, building up those crucial fat reserves. Look for them in areas with remaining green, living vegetation, along weed lines, and around sharp drop-offs. Pike can be found anywhere from just beneath the surface to a little deeper, seeking cover or food. Large topwater baits can trigger explosive strikes, especially in low-light conditions. If they're a bit deeper, switch to floating diving lures, large spinners, or swim baits. Don't be afraid to use bigger baits. Pike are not shy when they're hungry. Cast near cover and retrieve with erratic movements to mimic a wounded baitfish. Remember, a wire leader is a must with those razor-sharp teeth. And for our beloved trout, including rainbow, brook, and lake trout, the cooler water temperatures of fall make them very active and aggressive. You'll find them cruising shorelines, especially near woods, shoals, rocky points, and areas with submerged wood or overhanging trees. These spots offer both cover and ambush points for hungry trout. Fly fishing can be superb for trout in the fall. Look for hatches like the blue-winged olive or the October caddis. If you're using conventional gear, small spoons, inline spinners, or live bait like worms or minnows presented near cover can be deadly. Remember, trout often become more active as the water cools, seeking out increased oxygen levels. Now let's break down the conditions influencing our success on this mid-October day. For the weather, my friends, on Tuesday, the 14th of October, 2025, we're looking at generally stable conditions across much of Canada. Daytime temperatures will likely hover around 59 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 13 to 15 degrees Celsius, making for a crisp, comfortable autumn day. Overnight, temperatures are expected to drop to around 53 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit, or 11 to 15 degrees Celsius. Crucially, we're not anticipating any significant precipitation, meaning mostly clear skies for our fishing adventures. Atmospheric pressure is likely to be stable to slightly falling after any recent cold fronts, which is generally a good sign for active fish. Stable pressure often makes fish more cooperative. Water temperature is key right now. Canadian waters in mid-October are typically undergoing, or have largely completed, their fall turnover. This means the lake waters are mixing, and the temperature is becoming more uniform from surface to bottom. You're likely to find water temperatures in many larger bodies of water ranging from about 6 to 10 degrees Celsius, or roughly 43 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. This cooling trend triggers a metabolic shift in many fish species, accelerating their digestion and forcing them to feed more frequently and aggressively to bulk up for the coming winter. The cooler water also means increased oxygen levels, which stimulates fish activity, pushing them into a full-blown feeding frenzy. As for the moon phase, on the 14th of October 2025, we'll be experiencing a last quarter moon, moving into a waning crescent. The illuminated surface of the moon will be around 42% and getting smaller. While the last quarter isn't typically associated with the strongest bites compared to a new or full moon, many experienced anglers believe that even this phase can lead to increased fish activity, particularly around moonrise in the early morning and moonset in the afternoon. The moon will rise around midnight and set afternoon, so keep an eye on those transitional light periods. Overall fish activity in Canada during mid-October is at a peak. This is what we call the pre-winter binge phase. Almost all species, from panfish to apex predators, are aggressively feeding to build up those crucial fat reserves for the long winter ahead. Baitfish are schooling in huge numbers, providing an all-you-can-eat buffet for larger fish. So, even with potentially capricious daytime bites due to minor pressure fluctuations, the underlying drive to feed is incredibly strong. Fall spawners such as cisco and whitefish will be starting to congregate and stage for their late fall spawning runs, creating an even bigger feast for predatory fish. In British Columbia, salmon spawning is in full swing, with chum returning in mid-October. Considering all these factors, the cooling but stable temperatures, the pre-winter feeding frenzy, the generally stable atmospheric pressure, and the active fall behavior of many species, my clear assessment for fishing on Tuesday, the 14th of October, 2025, is good to excellent. The overall conditions are stimulating fish to feed heavily, and a bit of patience and strategic fishing will pay off. So, my friends, I wish you all nothing but the best. May your lines be tight, your drags scream, and your coolers be full. Remember, every day on the water is a good day. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another one of my fishing insights. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this fall? What species are you targeting? And what's your go-to bait or lure right now? Share your stories. I love reading them. Tight lines, everyone.